Hi, so this is a short video of a reminder of the techniques that we used just a little bit ago in our pen and ink class. So I'm using this dip pen, and like I had said before, if you want to draw a line with this, it's best to draw it moving towards the pen nib or towards you if it's straight out in front of you. If you try to go sideways, it doesn't work quite as well, or it gives you a thinner line, which you may want a thinner line. And the other thing to keep in mind is pressure. If you press down, you're going to get a thicker line, like I'm doing right here. And then thin line, not so much pressure. Thick line, pressure. And I just noticed I just smeared that with my hand, which wasn't a good thing. But we'll just incorporate that into the work. Sometimes you have to cover up mistakes, and it's okay. And just like I did over here with this underside of the leaf and how it curls around, I can come in. I'm going to turn this page around here. Come in this way with hatching, going in whatever direction you want to take it. So even just one direction of hatching gives you a feeling of shading to that area. And then adding a second amount of hatching, and I'm going with the way this leaf curves. So I'm making a curved line for the cross hatching. And if I decide I want to add a little more, I can add a little more if I want, here and there. And so that's hatching and cross hatching. Line width. Of course, you remember here I was using the brush, a brush pen, and that was giving me my thick, thin kind of line. And the other way you can create line is by just varying or creating spaces in between, or dots and spaces. So that can add a lot of interest to how your lines are looking. And then also remember, with lines, you put pressure down, you get a thick line. You pull up on your pressure, you get thin, and you can get a nice point. So that's another thing to remember you can use, is that point. Let's see. And you can just keep building up your cross hatching back and forth to create different amounts of value. Like right here, if I wanted to add more value to this area and darken it, I just put in some more lines. Although I don't like the way this edge is so clear cut. I would much rather have it be tapered at the ends. So I should I've turned my paper around and done it that way. And then the other thing to remember is when you're using stippling, which is much easier with the micron pen, you're just working in tiny dots to create a shading effect. And the closer the dots are, the darker the overall value will be. And also how big the dots are, big or small, will make a difference in the value. And then up here, you remembered I did hatching on one side, cross hatching on the other side to create a darker value shadow on one side of the sepal. And I also did not connect my lines to the outer line to create a little bit of highlight on either side. So I think that is it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed working with pen and ink and keep drawing.